Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3. And this is what we've been waiting for all summer long, all off-season long. After many months, Doris, basketball is finally back.
And what's incredible, Kevin, is the NBA's popularity just continues to grow. There's worldwide enthusiasm. The NBA players represent the league so well, and my goodness gracious, can they play some basketball?
Interesting how now the league, Doris, is commanding the calendar all year round. It used to be such a seasonal game. Now it's 365 days a year.
So many storylines throughout the course of the summer. Who's playing where and with whom?
And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. George finds Zubats. A 3 from Leonard. Thunder with the rebound. There's a victory here for the home team. Last time these guys met.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserves.
I think sometimes the bench can make or break you in a particular game, and that was a total team effort, no question.
Paul George with the steal. All alone, and it's George finishing it off.
Well, you see the elite nature of Paul George's game. Make a steal on one end, finish with authority on the other.
That's tipped. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Paul. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by Beverley.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
We'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Doc Rivers. What's the news, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, we talked a lot about their shot-making ability, and he said the trick is to balance efficiency with aggression. But, of course, everyone says that. The hard part is to actually do it.
That's green.
We'll see if this team can do it as well tonight, guys.
Thanks, D.A. Sounds like they're going to do what they can to get this offense rolling.
Yeah, they'd like to get out to a fast start, establish a little bit of rhythm and pace right up front.
Yeah, I think, Greg, if they can come out and dictate the tempo, that's to their advantage.
Now, here's Paul. His last outing, he had 18 points. Pulls up. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And so Beverley will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 3. Pass to Morris. George with the ball. They picked up 24 points in their last one against Philadelphia. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. The pass to George. And here's Beverley. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Leonard from 3. It's rebounded by Paul. Pass to Dort. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander over George. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And you know this, Greg. He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And the free throw, no good.
Well, the Thunder begin on the defensive end of the floor. This is a team whose formula is to force a ton of turnovers, come up with steals, get out in transition. Last year, 4th in the league in defensive rating. Talk about hitting the ground running, 4 for 5 to start.
Paul against Beverley. Passes to Morris. Over Paul. Los Angeles with another miss. And for the Thunder defense, Doris, it starts with their rebound.
Well, you have to begin with their strong interior defense. That lets their wings get out and pressure and take some chances. Defense has turned into a pillar for this team.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Following the miss by Marcus Morris.
We are talking about a big-time offensive rebounder, and Steven Adams unafraid to impose his will with that frame.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
And let's take a look at Danilo Gallinari's numbers. Last season, he played outstanding. 4th in free throw percentage, and he also shot his way into the top 5 in percentage from long range. Just a knockdown shooter.
And yeah, he was money from the charity stripe. Only a handful of players shot a better percentage last season. Tremendous asset. Back to Beverly. The dish to Morris. They could use a bucket. Here's Zubac. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
Greg, you have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box out.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Back to Beverly. Outside Leonard. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Here's Dort. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the rejection by Zubac. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, defended by George. And it's good, 2 points.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Outside Leonard. Outside George. The three. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition team. 5th on the list, the Thunder.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
From deep, George.
And they've had chances to score inside, just unable to convert.
Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can't hit that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. Now here's Beverly. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Lob pass to George. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Paul passes to Dort. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Outside, George connects from three-point range. George has got his second bucket tonight.
But you love how Paul George gets his feet under him first on these catch and shoot. His pre-shot routine is so important.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Noel's checked in. Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. And Noel kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Drills the three-pointer. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points in the game.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
The pass to George. Fires for three. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. And here are the Thunder now. They're on an 18-7 run. Pass to Paul. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, just a little too physical out there right now. That's already his second foul.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Paul. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Green, he's checked in for Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Williams, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. It's stolen by Green. Now Williams, coming off a solid outing against Philadelphia. On the wing, Green. And Green slams it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And the Thunder with the possession here. After the basket by Los Angeles.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage. And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire. Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And the Thunder making a change here. Ferguson's checked in. Clippers trail by 11. And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring to teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
Now here's Williams. No points in the game yet for him. To the inside, Gilgeous-Alexander.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Harrell with it. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Philadelphia.
The other thing, he really changed the pace of the game when you consider how many free throws he shot. Drawing fouls is an art, and really he has mastered that part of the game.
Jackson from long range drains it from beyond the arc.
And Jackson has become a reliable three-point shooter. That's a shot you got to respect.
Here's Schroeder, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Williams with the ball, now guarded by Gallinari. Williams can't hit. Oklahoma City leading by 13. Ferguson for three. Rebound by Williams.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Gallinari with the steal. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Noel. Back to Schroeder. Off target from three-point range. Clippers trail by 13. Ring shot on the way, and that one's good. Shamet.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Feeds to Gallinari. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Tipped away. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Williams. Last year, getting it done. He's averaged 20 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Now here's Williams. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial six-man of the year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
And Williams is sort of the classic instant offense guy. Whether he's coming off the bench or starting, he can provide a spark whenever they need one.
And And he sinks the second. 1:09 left in the first. Pass to Ferguson. He kicks it to Schroeder. Buries it from three-point range. Schroeder's got 6.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Now, here's Shamet. Clock at 6, and there's the feed to Jackson. Count that one. Jackson's got his second bucket of the night. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the first. Williams against Paul. Adams outside. Dishes it to Schroeder. And the pass to Ferguson. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. There's Williams with the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Williams has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Los Angeles. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Thunder. They're up by 8. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Paul. And Chris talked about where all that started.
Just been a sort of long relationship, you know, and obviously me, Bron, Melo, D. Wade have all really got really close. And that stems from the time with the Olympics, USA teams, and then just sharing a lot of the same likes and values and having kids and family and different things like that.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GAs spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Thunder, guys.
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Thunder, we've got Dennis Schroeder, also Chris Paul out there. Steven Adams is out there with Ferguson, and it's Nader in at the 4 slot. Now here's Jackson after the miss from Dennis Schroeder, and Harrell slams it in.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Back to Adams. Up and in on the layup. Adams has got his second basket of the game.
Well, coaches love seeing this from Dennis Schroeder. Recognize the situation, find the open teammate.
Jackson dishes to Harrell, and Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Harrell, the pass to Jackson. Six to shoot. And the layup's good off the glass. Jackson's got 7 points in the game. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Thunder. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Doris Adams, a terrific player on the floor. But you know what? He's a great teammate as well. They always talk about the great chemistry he brings to the Thunder.
And anyone who's had a conversation with Steven Adams knows he is quite a character. This guy is so easygoing. He's fun. I think he brings a great vibe to the locker room.
That free throw, no good. Doris, as you always say, there is a grace in handling wins and losses in this game, isn't there?
You know what, Kevin? There's an old saying that winning and losing are imposters, that it's everything to do with how you react to constant learning and growing experiences. And listen, everybody wants to win, but can you experience losing with grace and dignity? Can you embrace the joy of pure competition? To me, that's one of the beautiful things about the NBA. Men handle heartbreak and joy and set an example for the next generation. It's beautiful.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Outside Jackson. Just 4 to shoot. Another one falls for the Clippers. And here now the Thunder, leading by 5. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won Sixth Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Green. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. Paul George is checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Schroeder against George. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Leonard looking over the floor. Beverley finds Harrell. Outside for George. A three-pointer, no good.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Nader's shot's good.
The vision, the timelessness of Chris Paul's game for many years. He's made everyone around him better.
Beverley, the pass to George. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. George has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Schroeder kicks to Ferguson. Back to Schroeder. Lets the 3 fly. The Clippers grab the miss.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Noel's checked in for the Thunder. Oklahoma City leading by 5. Paul left side. They get a hand on it. Ferguson, the pass to Schroeder. Here's Ferguson. Shot clock at 6. The rebound by Paul George. Pass to Leonard. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Now it's just a 3-point Thunder lead.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
That's a 2 from Paul. No good. Shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. It's George on the wing. He's guarded by Schroeder. Harrell on the foul.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Ball against Beverly. Paul passes to Noel. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Inside, here's Morris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And the ability to stretch the floor from the power forward spot, Doris, becoming almost a requirement. That's worked out well for Marcus Morris.
Boy, when he comes into the league, Kevin, 2011, he was viewed as that classic tweener. That at one point was a negative level. The game has now shifted his direction because of his versatility.
Shooting 2.
And it's tied up with that one. Doris, you've said this often. It is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different eras, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible to check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Doris, even though Schroeder changed roles when he was traded from Atlanta to the Thunder, he has embraced his new team.
A lot of people wondered, would Schroeder be willing to go to the bench and accept that role? He proved he was more than capable. And no longer having to act as a leader on a team, I think for Schroeder, he just enjoys going out and competing on a team with high aspirations. It's been a good fit.
He's off on the first.
One thing Dennis Schroeder has proven is that he can be an effective player whether he's starting or coming off the bench. This is a versatile guard, and maybe his best attribute, confidence.
Good on the second free throw. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. The quick look, no good that time.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Beverly against Schroeder. And here's Beverly. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Passes it to Zubac. Here's Morris. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Morris has got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
Woohoo! How about the level of focus from the big man? Marcus Morris doesn't allow the defense to alter his shot.
And the rejection by Zubac. They recover it. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 16-6 run. Gallinari with the steal. Here's Schroeder. He has 7. Ball's knocked loose. Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. Morris with the block.
Well, Marcus Morris, the frame and the length to block shots. That's pretty.
The Clippers have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Pass to Leonard. Fades away. And he gets it to go. Now it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
To the middle. Now here's Beverly. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And Leonard gets it to go.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Oklahoma City's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Back to Gallinari. It's stolen by Morris. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. The shot by George, wide open. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Here's George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
What a terrific take to the rim. Paul George is just giving it to the defense right now. Tenacious on that drive.
The Clippers have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
2 shots.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And George drops them both. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. 5th best, Gallinari.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
Shooter passes to Dort. Now here's Noel. 5 on the clock. Back to Gallinari. Will it go? It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Now, here is Gallinari. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Gallinari attacking, banked in off the glass.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
There's the pass to Leonard. Outside for George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Here's Dort, and the rejection by Zubats. Here's Noel. Gallinari trying to get open. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut to just 7 on the basket from Noel. LA's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Swiped it away. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
Now here's Jackson. He had 13 points in the win against Philadelphia.
And don't forget about the 2 blocks. He really changed the game for his team on the defensive side.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
And so here is Oklahoma City after Lou Williams was able to get the 3 to go. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Green. Jackson drives in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Jackson's got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Here's Dort. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Good.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Los Angeles leading by 10. A floater. And no good that time. Good work defensively by Paul. To the paint. Here's Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Well, Steven Adams is a formidable presence on the interior. Nice finish.
Pass to Green. Outside Williams. Back to Green. Outside Jackson. The tray. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Adams has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now Paul. From deep. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so we wrap up the first half. Clippers lead by 8. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It was a rough ride in the first quarter for the Clippers. We saw them with a striking lack of effort on the defensive end. They allowed an opposing field goal percentage of 60%. It was really a tale of 2 quarters, though, as they owned the second period. They wiped out their deficit in a big hurry and are now sitting on a pretty comfy 8-point lead. And let us get your thoughts, big fella, on the Clippers.
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. You know, I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. Matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Oklahoma City?
I think they're giving this game away because of their turnovers. I mean, you may not control everything that happens out there, but you do control how much you value each possession. I think coming out of the break, they need to be more efficient to close the gap in the score.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Here's Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. They've got Ivica Zubac. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the 4 spot.
Well, so good at anticipating when shots are going to go up. Steven Adams, terrific protecting the basket.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Clippers leading by 8. Outside Leonard. Knocked away. And here's Morris for 3. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Gallinari, and Gallinari throws it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
All the officials are all over that one.
Boy, when you look at the numbers and the impact for Paul George, there is no question he's been in the MVP conversation. The outside shooting, the ability to attack the rim, and the force he is on the defensive end, just so impressive.
The throw good, Paul George. Indoors with George, and his offense last season might have been his best effort yet.
Yeah, Kevin, he had to take on more responsibility on the offensive end, and you could tell he has shot more and more threes. He gives his team a much-needed outside threat. You loved everything Paul George is able to give you.
And he makes both free throws.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. D right on him. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And this will be his 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Good on both. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the 3rd. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Shot from 12. And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, you have to love the patience by Kawhi right there. Use the pick and roll game to perfection.
Paul for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Leonard kicks to Beverly. Outside, George. Some solid defense from Gallinari.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the 2nd half.
Passes it to Gilgeous-Alexander. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Pass to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Hands it from downtown. Beverly's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Paul with the 3. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Oh, nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. They get the rebound, and it's Gallinari missing.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Leonard. And there's the pass to Zubac. And here's George. Clock at 6. From the arc. Drains the 3-pointer. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. Second, the Thunder.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Thunder trailing by 16. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
To end the cold streak. And it's Paul missing.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Outside Leonard. 6 to shoot. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Adams has got 8 rebounds in this game. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Morris. Now the Clippers moving it up. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. And the 3 off target. And Adams has got the ball here for the Thunder. It's a 16-point game. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Paul. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. No good on the 3. Here's Los Angeles now. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Boy, you think back to the quadriceps injury that derailed almost all of the 2018 season for Kawhi Leonard. I'll tell you, he is back to peak form and reminding us that he is elite on both the offensive and defensive ends.
All right, a chance to see stats for Paul. Great showing for him last season. 3rd in assists, and his ability to pressure and disrupt defensively was obvious. He ranked 3rd in the league in steals.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists last year. He did a great job of setting the pace, finding the open man, making the simple delivery. Beverly dishes to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Outside, George. Shot clock at 5.
Good D, good D.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and it's Leonard missing. Thunder trailing by 18. Here's Dort. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Everly with the ball. On the wing, George. Outside, Leonard. On the wing, Morris. Off target with his 3. Oklahoma City's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the 3rd. Still 0 for 3. Dort passes to Paul. Here's the lob to Adams. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, simply put it in the vicinity of Steven Adams, and his great hands makes that dunk look easy.
And the Clippers call time here. Or as you think about the anchor of this team, Steven Adams just holds it down in the middle.
Oh, Steven Adams does so much, but it all starts on the defensive end with this guy. He takes away so much space on the interior. He is commanding on the backboards. He contests shots. Everything you could hope for, Steven Adams brings.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Beverly. Lob pass to George. Schroeder outside. Pass to Nader. And the rejection by Harrell. Five to shoot. Leonard with the steal. On the wing, George. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And again, the turnover by the Clippers. Thunder trailing by 16. Passes it to Noel. Pass to Dort. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Morris. Now here's Beverly. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Jacks up a 3. That shot off. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Here's Schroeder. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Clippers leading by 16. And here's Beverly. Knocked loose. A 3-ball. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got his 5th rebound in this one. Wasted no time on that one. Dort's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 14-6 run. George double teamed and stolen by Noel. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Noel. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Now here's Leonard. He has 6. Clippers moving the ball around. Doesn't go that time.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Now here is George. 19 points in the game.
You see, you can't be too physical with Marcus Morris. This guy is so strong, and he's so good at drawing the foul.
The Clippers have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8. Free throw good for Morris.
Marcus Morris has proven that he can be effective in any system in the NBA, understands his role as a stretch 4.
Terrence Ferguson's checked in for the Thunder. Landry Shamet's checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. And Morris drops them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks it over to Schroeder. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Schroeder outside. For 3. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 17 now.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
first one falls. And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
Chris Paul's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Lou Williams is checked in for Morris.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Now, here is Gallinari. He's got 6. Back to Schroeder. Lock at 6. Lets it go from the wing. Rebound by Harrell.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Here's Harrell. Back to Williams. The pass to Leonard. Here's Williams. Jackson passes to Williams. Off target from outside. Thunder trailing by 15. Paul with the 3. Not going to go that time.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
On the wing, Jackson, defended by Paul. Here's Leonard. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 4 assists now tonight. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Shamet with the steal. Fires from deep. The putback, and it's Noel with the rebound. Oklahoma City's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Now Paul. 6 points for him. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. 5 on the clock, and Noel throws it down.
Okay, I've loved the connection Noel has built with his teammates. Smart at knowing when to time that alley-oop.
There's Shamet. Straight D that time from Dennis Schroeder. Thunder trailing by 15. Ferguson for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Ferguson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's Los Angeles. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
This is a staple of his game. Nerlens Noel sends it back.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
And it's Schroeder missing.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
And again, it's the Clippers missing. Here's Paul. Beyond the arc. Sinks the triple. Paul's got it back down to single digits for the Thunder. And we've reached the end of the third. The Clippers on top, up 9. 2K Sports, back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And so here is Oklahoma City. They trail by 9 points. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Paul. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Ferguson in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. The Clippers shooting 41% for the game. Right side Jackson. He feeds it to Leonard. Outside Williams. 4 on the shot clock. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Oklahoma City shooting 40% from the field. Paul passes to Adams. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Schroeder against Williams. Schroeder kicks to Ferguson. That three off the mark. Clippers leading by 11. Kicks it out to Leonard. The three. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Paul with the three. And the three ball is good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Morris is checked in. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Back to Leonard. 9 feet out. Outside Williams. Harrell with it. Shot clock at 6. Back to Williams. Lets it go from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Clippers lead by 11.
Boy, nice stroke from downtown. Got it off just before the defense could react. That's his specialty.
Pass to Nader. Here's Ferguson. He's covered by Shamet. Ferguson, the pass to Schroeder. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
But still, eventually, you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Paul George is checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley comes in for Williams. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Here's George. Poked away. It's stolen by Schroeder.
This is what superb defense is all about, guys. He read that all the way.
Schroeder against George. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his 5th foul.
Oh, my. He really needs to be careful now. That was his 5th foul of the night.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th.
And you got to love the heart of Paul. Not the biggest guy, but he gives a ton of effort into shutting down his man.
Here's the three. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Schroeder.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Now here's Harrell. Leonard kicks to George. It's stolen by Adams. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. No good on that one. Excellent D there from George. Over in the corner, Beverly. The shot's good on the assist by George. And the Clippers lead by 11.
Love the way Paul George shares the rock. Sometimes I think doesn't get enough credit for his ability as a distributor.
Ferguson misses. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Leonard attacking. Leonard draws the double. Makes it off the glass.
But Kawhi Leonard is 230 pounds of nothing but pure strength. What a finish at the rim.
Here's the lob to Adams. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Fires the three, and Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George. And that's 13 points for Leonard.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. And that'll be his third foul so far. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Here's Adams. Poke loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. To the wing on the left. Here's Dort. Back to Schroeder. Just 5 to shoot. Bangs home the trifecta. Schroeder's got 6 points in the quarter.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Back to Beverly. Down low. Here's Harrell. And Adams sends it back. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Schroeder leading the charge. Pass to Dort. And here is Adams. He's covered by Leonard. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Schroeder, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Well, Dennis Schroeder over the years, boy, as he started to harness all that energy and talent.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Schroeder. And Oklahoma City making a change here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Beverly, the pass to Harrell. Leonard on the wing. Puts up a 3. Thunder with the rebound. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Here's Schroeder. Here's Dort. Back to Schroeder. Just 5 on the clock. Harrell with the block. On the wing, George. And it's the Los Angeles Clippers turning it over again. Schroeder passes to Gallinari. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists in the game. Clippers leading by 9. And here's Beverly. Pass to Leonard with the fadeaway. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Noel's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Schroeder passes to Noel. Gallinari inside the 3-point line. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. to the left side wing. Back to Harrell. Can they get it? He lays it in. And the Clippers lead by 11. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Schroeder finds Gallinari. Here's Dort. He's covered by Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And it's Gallinari again missing. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. 21 points for Paul George. Got a piece of it. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball securer. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Paul's checked in. Now here's Beverly. Now the pass to George. George double teamed. Now here's Beverly. It's rebounded by Schroeder. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And stolen by Harrell. Now Beverly. Pass to Leonard. Pulls it from the elbow. The shot, no good. And the Thunder going the other way now. Over in the corner, Paul. And stolen by Harrell. George with the ball. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel. Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. On defense, the Thunder. Ball's knocked loose. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Leonard from 3. Good on the triple. Leonard's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, Kawhi Leonard put in the time to become a big-time threat from range. That is beautiful.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And the Raptors went all in trading for Kawhi Leonard last season, Doris. Great talent surrounding him in Toronto, but this past summer, he decided to move on.
But, Kevin, a championship makes the gamble worthwhile if you were Toronto. For Kawhi, any team he plays on is going to have a chance to win. And now this young man, a champion, starts a new chapter.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Paul. Now Adams, covered by Morris. Adams dishes to Gallinari. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. And so here are the Clippers. They lead by 14. Schroeder looking around. Six to shoot. And he overshot that one, missing. Los Angeles leading by 14. Here's Beverly. Knocks it loose. Paul with the steal. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And throughout his career, Beverly has remained a pest, an aggressive defender that no one likes having him guard.
That's good from Beverly. Both good from the line that time. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Paul passes to Adams. Schroeder against George. There's Gallinari with the three. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 4 assists in the game. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 13-point game. Here's Leonard. Great touch on the 16-footer. Leonard's got 10 points in the quarter.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Clippers.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition. And when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for George.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy, in attack mode all evening.
Here is Paul. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. 3 on the clock. Gallinari inside the 3-point line. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 13-5 run. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Leonard draws the double. Here's Beverly, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And the first one drops. He's off on the second. Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. So the Clippers winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.